Good day, I'm Stacey Ann Smith, and this is your JIS News for Tuesday, February 25. 3 Commissioners General have been appointed to lead a commission of inquiry into the May 2010 events in West Kingston. Retired Chief Justice and former Attorney General of Barbados, Queen's Counsel Sir David Simmons, will chair the commission. The other 2 commissioners are retired Judge of the Court of Appeal of Jamaica, Justice Hazel Harris, and Queen's Counsel Velma Hilton, a former puisne judge in St. Kitts and Nevis. The appointment of the commissioners follows an interim report from the public defender, who recommended a commission of inquiry into the May 2010 events in West Kingston. Government later published a draft of the terms of reference and asked for feedback from the public. The Commission of Inquiry, which is expected to be completed within 3 months, will determine the circumstances that led to a state of emergency in May 2010. It will also find out what led to the execution of a provisional warrant for the extradition of Christopher Dodders Coke, assess the conduct of the security forces in Tivoli Gardens, determine who damaged private property, determine whether Coke was in contact with any government officials, and the circumstances under which Coke managed to elude arrest. Government is planning to revise the Forest Act. The changes will be made to better support the provisions of the new forestry policy, which is being drafted.
The revision will make this important piece of legislation more broad-based and current, and it will open the way for the Forestry Department to be even more impactful in carrying out its mandate.
Minister Robert Pickersgill added that the forestry policy will include measures to improve the management and use of Jamaica's forest resources while providing incentives to preserve them.
What we're aiming for, ladies and gentlemen, is increased monitoring of our forest resources to ensure that they are protected and that all Jamaicans comply with the laws that govern their use and protection.
The minister was speaking Friday at the launch of local forest management committees in the St. Thomas communities of Spring, Dunrobin and Hillside. Students and staff at the Early Stimulation Plus Development Center in Rockfort, East Kingston now have a new facility with specialized equipment to enhance learning. The $30 million temporary facility, which was opened recently, consists of a therapy room, canteen, administrative offices, and 6 classrooms. This temporary structure is the first phase of upgrading works being undertaken by the Ministry of Labour and Social Security in partnership with the Digicel Foundation.
I'm absolutely certain that the partnership that we have forged with the foundation in this specific regard will go a long way in assisting the government of Jamaica in the achievement of its mandate for the protection of the rights and freedoms of persons with disabilities.
While students and staff use the temporary facility, the previous building is being demolished to make way for an upgraded structure. When completed, it will include classrooms, therapy and staff rooms, and a specialized play area. Persons served by the Voluntary Organization for the Upliftment of Children, VOUCH, now have a new computer center to cater to their needs. Through the efforts of the Jamaica Teachers Association, JTA, the center was repainted and outfitted with chairs and computers costing $700,000. Education Minister Reverend Ronald Thwaites thanked the JTA for their contribution, adding that the aim was to use the center as a model for early childhood education.
We can extend it into a much broader facility. Then what it means is that from the very earliest stages, we will be orienting these students to where their aptitude lies.
In the meantime, the Education Minister reiterated that by September, VOUCH will become a diagnostic center for children with special needs. VOUCH, which is a non-government agency, caters to expectant mothers, as well as children up to 6 years old, through a prenatal clinic, nursery, preschool, and a basic school. Another call has been made for the society to come together to discourage the bad habits of some of the nation's youth. Chairman of the Ministry of Education's new Behaviour Management Committee, Dr. Fred Hickling, says a discussion is needed with all stakeholders, including teachers, to provide solutions to the problems.
We have to recognize what is. Having done that, we sit down and we talk about it together and we come to a consensus. And once you move to a consensus, then you create an action plan for working the thing out.
Dr. Hickling was speaking on JIS TV's Issues and Answers program in the wake of reports that a pornographic video involving school children had surfaced. The Education Ministry has since launched an investigation into that matter. And finally, 20 of the island's poets got a chance to showcase their talent to international literary scouts at the 2014 staging of Arts in the Park. The event, which is an initiative of the Ministry of Tourism and Entertainment, was held recently at Devon House. Portfolio Minister Dr. Wickham McNeil said Arts in the Park 2014 was successful as it provided a platform for poets to display their talent.
We're focusing on the spoken word, which is not, we don't have as much of this in Jamaica, and I think it's a good thing because the more we put it out, persons get to see it, the more they get to appreciate it.
Representatives from 4 booking agencies in the United States and Europe were impressed with the performances and said contracts may be signed with some of the poets. The first staging of Arts in the Park held last year showcased singers and musicians. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stacey Ann Smith. Thank you for watching.